Today, we are visiting Fat Moose Comics here in Whippany, New Jersey. It's the three of us together. We're coming to visit our friend of the show, Sean Von Gorman, pedestrian. So let's see what we got going on inside. It's cold as hell out here. Brian has to go to the bathroom. Probably not going in here.
As always, any location I go to.
Old man disease. Oh, look at that.
Oh, nice. Cool. I like that. I like this too. Look at these all black white. Look at these black white posters.
It's awesome. Oh, look at that. Even the right one.
Wow. That is great.
So we visited the oldest comic book store in New Jersey,
It was
Fat Moose Comics.
Fat Moose Comics.
It was quite an experience, if I do say so myself.
We were there longer than we thought we would.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah.
Our original intention was to go to visit Sean Von Gorman, who is the artist for The Pedestrian, who has become a friend of ours through our interview with him. We visited him in New York Comic Con. Now we visited him at Fat Moose Comics.
Yep.
So what did everyone think of Fat Moose Comics?
It was a nice store. I liked it. I don't really, I guess everything's kind of evident on the video, but they have a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff.
There's
a lot
some
of
interesting
comics,
things.
Old, new.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Lot of old and new collectibles and toys.
Yep.
No Pokemon.
No, the owner made it very clear.
No magic.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a comic book store, and it's been in business since 1982, as we said, which means that they're doing something right. It was really community driven, in my opinion.
Yeah, we saw a lot of people come in and out while we were there, and everyone was really friendly, very upbeat.
The owner, Sean, was very friendly. He's owned the store since 2002, correct?
No, I think he said 2020.
2020.
Yeah.
So he's owned the store. He's worked
I think
there.
he started working there in 2000.
There you go. Started working there in 2002. Bought the store in 2020. Probably not the best year to buy a comic book store.
Certainly not.
But here we are 5 years later, and he's still running the store. Still seems to have a lot of people in there buying stuff and, doing whatever you do in a comic book store.
I absolutely loved the entrance.
Was,
as soon as we walked in, it was we're in comic world.
Yeah, the posters were great.
Yeah, the glow-in-the-dark posters to enter. That was Sean's doing. It really adds to... It's a second floor comic shop. So most of the comic shops we go to are on the first floor and stand on their own. This one is above a laundromat. There was a guy outside smoking the whole time we were there from the laundromat.
Yeah, sure, because the chemicals from the dry cleaning weren't enough.
You got us sold too. It's our first comic shop visit in quite a while. We haven't done one through the winter, so we figured we needed to get to a comic shop, and Sean being in there doing a signing was a good reason for us to go there. So we went there. We did some shopping. We did some walking around. We did a lot of talking. We actually met a fellow YouTuber.
That's right.
Dan Exclaims is his YouTube channel is fantastic. He does reviews of comic books in short form only. And we chatted with him. I chatted with him, me personally, for a good 20, 25 minutes. We were just standing there talking about YouTube and about making videos and about...
Really nice, really friendly. Nice. When you're talking about... When you meet other YouTubers... Sometimes there is that sort of, you think that there's competition, but he was very honest and he was like, I don't see it like that. I like to help people, and us too. We don't care about, we don't care. We love other YouTubers.
There's enough space out there for all of us to be successful on YouTube, and we all do something a little different.
I'm openly anti-competition.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was, I'd rather build a community
Me
I
too.
mean, you would rather build a community
why we're here.
with YouTubers and fellow comic fans.
Help each
So
other out,
it was
promote
really
each
nice
other.
to meet him, and he was awesome.
Oh, he was awesome. Gave us some good advice. He's been doing it for quite a bit longer than we have, even though he's quite a bit younger than we are, but he's had his channel for a while.
Yeah. Everyone's younger than we are.
Cassidy's our young people. Cassidy's in her 20s, so there you go.
Also, our first video, all three of us in the frame at one time.
True. This is real innovation at this point.
Mark this on your calendar. First time the three of us are together in a video, but looks like Brian half the time though.
Yeah. Well, I had a friend recently tell me that all you have to be is 10% different to be innovative. 10% different from your influences to be innovative. Now with the third person, we're 30% different.
30% different. Because we always banked on us being the two of us, how that was different than most channels.
Yeah.
Now there's three of us.
Right.
Wow, we should see if we can squeeze
three times as different.
Can we squeeze a fourth person in here? And someone else, maybe Babyface could join us and he could be like our expert analysis.
Head will drop from the top.
Babyface.
Someone can stand.
So, yeah, someone can stand behind us. Did you see anything interesting there that stood out to you?
I bought a comic. So that stood out to me.
See, I saw one thing that really stood out to me. There was they sell Green Lantern power batteries, and I've seen the Green Lantern one a lot. Like I've seen it in many different stores at conventions. They had the Violet Lantern. I've never seen that before. So that was pretty cool. So if you're watching, you're a Lantern fan, there's a Violet. It's big. I'll show you a picture of it here. It's pretty big, and that would be great for display. They had some like loose Funko minis on display, which I never see. They had some Funkos.
I really like the Death of Captain Marvel statue.
Oh, that was really nice.
Which I have a picture of. And I really like the trilogy Dark Knight action figure set that they had. That was pretty nice.
I mean, the lunch boxes. The kind of classic lunch boxes.
Oh, they had an Eltingville Club lunchbox. Yeah.
It's funny to have it. They had an Eltingville Club lunchbox, and the author and artist of that emailed me today about.
Oh, really? You heard from Evan?
From Evan Dorkin messaged me.
Could have bought the
on the show. I should have. We could always go back. I think we will probably be chatting with Fat Moose Comics again at some point because he really likes what we're doing and we really like what he's doing there. So it was pretty cool. We actually were so happy that we interviewed the owner of the store, Sean. So here's Brian interviewing Sean.
Come on. Not ready. Wait. No, ready. No, I was already 5 minutes ago. Okay, I'm definitely ready.
Okay, so we're here today in Whippany, New Jersey at Fat Moose Comics with Sean, owner and proprietor.
How are you?
So, how long have you been here?
Here's the owner?
On this planet. No, yeah. How long have you been, in this location?
Long story short, the store opened in 1982.
Okay.
Longest running comic shop in Jersey because we're too dumb to quit.
Right.
I became a customer in 2002. It was down the street a little. We're in the fourth location, and I'm the fourth owner. I was an employee since 2010. I changed hands a few times, and everybody who took over the store kept me on because I actually kind of know what I'm doing. And then at the end of 2019, the third owner, Matt, was kind of burned out, and he just wanted to shut it down.
Sure.
And me being ever the optimist was like, oh, I'll take over the store. And so I became owner in January of 2020.
Oh,
and
January.
It's been so great.
I was saying January 2020 is exactly the time everyone should start their business.
Perfect time to buy a small business. But so I've been the owner for 5 years now.
Nice.
And
I see you have tons of back issues. We have two different locations of back issues.
Yeah.
You have one here, one the other store. You've got Sean Von Gorman over there signing. We won't go over there and interrupt at the moment. Well, what's the best thing you've got? What would you say is the best thing you've got here for a reason for people to come here from wherever, in New Jersey or tri-state area, or like us from Staten Island?
The coolest current thing I have is Amazing Spider-Man 121.
Okay.
The Death of Gwen Stacy. Spoilers.
Oh, boy.
Signed by John Romita.
Wow.
Signed by John Romita. I don't slab books. I'm an old guy.
We don't like slab books, really.
It's just, it's great. If that's your thing, God bless you. But I got it slabbed because it came in a collection, and I want to get the signature verified.
Right.
So I sent it out, and it came back verified, John Romita.
Yeah.
It's not like he's signing anything currently.
No.
And so that's the, aside from being a super key book, The Death of Gwen Stacy, it's signed by Jazzy John Romita.
That's amazing.
And that's I'll cut you a good deal on it if you want.
Yeah, well, he might want it.
Yeah.
He doesn't like that.
What?
No, you don't like John Romita Jr.
Oh, Romita Jr. Listen, okay, side story, and don't publish this, but you can. I'm friends with Scott Hanna. He's been at the shop a few times, and he was here doing a signing, and I said, you know what I love about Romita Jr.'s artwork? He said, what? I said, your inks. Look, Romita, he's a nice guy. I've met him. He's a really nice guy. He's a New York boy. He's a guinea like me. But, yeah, his pencils raw. And Scott Hanna. See, he agrees.
Yeah, you're not a fan.
Scott Hanna.
Chad is not a fan.
I'm sorry about Venom still. The whole thing. But, so yeah, I think the coolest thing, like the one item in the store that once a week I pick it up and go, I should just take this home. But no, that's honestly the hardest part of the gig is still being a giant fanboy my whole life is not taking home everything.
Taking home stuff.
It's tough, man. It's so tough. Yeah, I get in like a cool statue or something like, and I go, no, you gotta pay the bills. You gotta, so yeah. But that is definitely the hardest part of the gig is to not just take everything home.
Right. And what got you into comics? What would you say? We always ask this about creators when we do creators. We say, what is the one comic or one storyline you read that made you think, I love this. This is something for me? Okay. I know you're a Ghost Rider fan.
Yes. I have no answer because I'm 52 years old. I know I don't look it. I look at least 51 and a half. But I've been reading comics for so long. Before I could even read, like my dad gave me comics and read them to me. So I don't have like that seminal, that like, oh, this is the one. I have, certain books I read that I will always remember that I could probably draw from memory, but I don't have like, what was your first comic? I don't know, it makes me a little sad that I don't really have that one, like, oh, this was the one. It's just always been.
It's just always been there.
Always been there. It's shameful. I probably had better ways to spend my time.
We have the same thing though, where we talk about like it's kind of just always been there. Like
they were always there, especially in the 70s.
Oh yeah.
You didn't have a lot of options. You didn't have a lot of video games and movies were in the theater for a week or two and then they're gone. You didn't have cable TV. You didn't have so comics were accessible. They were there. They were ubiquitous. And it was just And my parents, God bless them both, realized the only way to shut me up was to give me a bunch of comics. I'm a very verbose, as you can tell. I never shut the hell up. And they're like, oh, if we give them a bunch of shit to read, he'll sit in the corner and read. We can actually go about our day. So they were always encouraging. You always hear those stories about, I went to summer camp and I came home and my parents threw my comics away because I was too old for them. My parents were always very encouraging.
That's awesome.
And again, because mostly it kept me out of their hair. They're like, he can sit in the corner and just read this shit and don't leave us alone. But yeah, I wish I had that kind of moment of like, oh, there's this one book and I don't friggin' know.
That's interesting.
Every creator has a story. Every creator has that.
Yeah.
It was this book made me.
Yeah,
it's so funny. They all have one that's like, this is the one I realized where people do this, and I could probably do this. I
definitely remember certain books where I'm like, oh, this is what gave me my love for Art Adams' artwork. This is where I discovered John Buscema or whatever. But and I can tell you, like, I remember, sitting in the back of my mom's Toyota Corolla while she was in the bank and reading the final issue of Ghost Rider, back in the 80s. And I have specific memories of those books. I remember in 6th grade rushing to the deli every week to try and get the new issue of Secret Wars. And the poor beleaguered guy at the deli is like, it's not here yet. I'm like, all right, I'll see you tomorrow. He's like, it won't be here tomorrow either. I'm like, well, I'll see you tomorrow. So I have, very fond memories of specific books. But as far as my first book,
that's awesome.
Hell knows.
Yeah, but it's always there, isn't it? It's always there. I can see you have a Kirby 2001 over there.
Oh.
Yeah. That's one I'm waiting on. I'm gonna get.
It's a blessing and a curse, isn't it? To be a big old comic.
It certainly is.
I love it, and it's the best, worst thing that ever happened to me.
So if you want to check out Fat Moose Comics, you come down to 5A Parsippany Road in Whippany, New Jersey.
53A.
I'm sorry, 53A. 53A.
The fact that I remember the address is, I'm proud of myself. 53A Parsippany Road.
Check out the what Sean's got.
We're hard to find. We're upstairs above a dry cleaner. The door's in the back. You got to walk up 17 steps.
It's like a secret club.
It really is.
Yeah, and I like the fact that you come through the stairwell with the black light posters.
That was all my idea.
Very good touch.
Everybody hated the stairs, and so when I took over the store, I said to the landlord, "I'm like, Fred, his name's Fred. I said, Fred, I got an idea. I want to turn a bug into a feature."
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to paint everything black. And he goes, wait, what? I'm like, you're going to trust me on this.
Yeah.
So, yeah, all coming up the stairs, it's all black light posters, and it's all very funky.
Yeah.
It's got the beads in the doorway.
It's like a transition from the real world into like a better world.
I'm here on average 60 to 70 hours a week.
Right. Yeah.
I want to make it into a place that I don't mind spending 70 hours a week in.
Right.
So I pretty much turn this into, we don't sell Pokemon or Magic.
No, it's
we
very
have a little bit of manga. We have a few pop vinyls, but if everybody else is doing it, and they are, let them do it.
Yeah.
I focus on the comics. I focus on the creators. I focus on just, I don't know. I just want to make it a cool spot.
It is, and it is. It
Thank you.
definitely
I
is.
appreciate that.
Definitely. Thanks for giving us your time.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
So like we do when we go to any convention or any store, we buy stuff. So we did flip through some of the comic book bins, some of the back issues, and some of the newer stuff. Brian was looking at some graphic novels.
Yep.
And we did purchase some stuff. So let's look at the haul. It's not a big one, but it's a haul. Cass, you want to start us off?
You go first, Cassidy.
Yeah, I'll start. So, as I have mentioned on this channel, I am recollecting Star Wars comics. So, ones that I have from childhood is I have 1 through 5 of droids, and I finally got 6.
Oh, nice.
Big one.
Yeah, so
Completing the set.
That's good.
set, which I know because I've only had 1 through 5 my whole life, and now I finally have the last issue.
And that's from the Dark Horse run.
Yeah, from the Dark Horse comics,
Yep.
the Star Wars droids. Very happy that they had it. As soon as I saw it, knew I had to get it because I knew I had to finish the set. So.
And most of the back issues like this one were $4.
Yeah, so I didn't think that was bad because
No.
I also don't see a lot of Star Wars comics when we go to conventions.
We do
And
not.
this was one that I needed.
No, you don't see them very often.
And they had a couple of dollar bins too, but predominantly regular bins. And they had some wall books. He had what was that one he was telling us about? The John Romita signed Spider-Man he had.
Oh, yeah.
It was 128.
The 128, was it?
I think so.
Yeah. He mentions it in the interview.
Yeah. So it's,
I noticed he had the thing I've been wanting to buy, but it's been too expensive every time I see it, is the Kirby's version of 2001. Yeah. There's a great two graphic novels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they had a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, but this is all I got.
Brian, what did you get?
Well, I got a couple of different things. I'm going to start with this unusual one, which is a comic called Space Fart. It's mature comedy for immature people.
You didn't buy that.
No, this was given to me by the creator who happened to be there.
Which was interesting.
Buying comics. His name is Eric Calfee.
We hope to have him on one day.
And
He actually just pulled it out of thin air.
yeah, I don't know. I don't even know where he was keeping it. He just
magic.
all of a sudden his hand.
Here it is.
It was like he was in Minecraft. He went like this, and it was there.
Yeah, this is for you. What?
But yeah, it's a compilation of humor comics that he created between 2022 and 2024, and he self-published this. Sure, you can find it online somewhere. It's actually pretty funny. He has some recurring characters in here. He's got his 12-step monkey right here, which talks about Alcoholics Anonymous, and this character here who's a drunken fool. It's a fun thing. It's silly and fun, and if you like ridiculous humor comics, you'd enjoy it.
We're hoping to have him on the show.
Yeah.
Because we love independent, especially self-publishers. We want to help those guys out.
Yeah. I got 2 things signed by Sean Gorman. The first is the first collection of The Pedestrian.
You should buy this if you haven't bought it already.
Which is
fantastic.
Great story, really well told, a lot of fun to read. And the other thing I got was this Zdarsky Comic News, which I love these things.
Me too.
And Sean signed it because Sean has a small comic in here I'll try to find it now. Just give me a second. Yep, there it is. Little pedestrian insert there at the bottom.
The pedestrian cosplayer was not there.
No. The other two things I got were both Aftershock one-shots. I really like these Aftershock one-shots. This one is called Hell is a Squared Circle.
That looks good.
And yeah, it is. It's an exploration of a new kind of genre, which is called wrestling noir. And on the back, it actually says, is wrestling noir a genre?
Sounds like it's
it is now.
Me.
Does, right?
Yeah.
Crime story combined with pro wrestling.
Sounds good.
Yeah. And it's actually really the illustration inside is really well done.
Artist and the writer on this?
Let's see. We've got in this one, Chris Condon is the writer, and Francesco Biagini is the artist.
Francesco Biagini.
Hey, come down. Come on, Fritz.
So that's the thing that we're learning as we do. If you've seen some of our interviews in the past, we're learning more and more that a lot of comic book creators are also big wrestling fans.
Yeah, it seems to be a big crossover market there. Yeah,
which you wouldn't think. I know I am, but you wouldn't think that. It's come up a couple of times.
Yeah, and the other one I bought, the Aftershock one shot, was called Dark Red by Tim Seeley and Corin Howell, which is a horror story about a vampire in the Midwest of America. And honestly, I bought it because the cover looked really super offensive. And so that's
you had a tough time deciding which ones really.
Yeah. I gotta say, story inside doesn't live up to the hype of the cover.
Really?
Not really. It's good, but it's a little more tasteful than the cover kind of advertises.
Okay.
I was expecting a little more.
It was gonna be,
I mean, look at this. It looks like nunsploitation.
Like the stuff you really like.
It looks like Italian nunsploitation.
I don't know. It looks like something I would maybe like.
Yeah, right?
It was not Faust-like.
Right? It's, it was good. It's good. Don't get me wrong. But again, I was looking for Italian nunsploitation. Those of you Giallo fans out there know what I'm talking about. And that's okay. Did you know there's an entire genre called nunsploitation?
Because I've watched
which is very gory,
strange,
gory and very tasteless. Horror movies about nuns
in movies. Cassidy, you should not get into it.
Yeah, no.
I didn't buy anything.
Nothing.
Nothing.
It's maybe the first time ever I've ever seen you pass on everything.
And the reason why is I was doing so much talking, and we were just talking with Sean Von Gorman. We didn't video it. We were just chatting with him about what's going on. If you want to hear more about Sean, check out our interview we did with Sean about a month and a half ago and Joey Esposito. So I was just enjoying the store, and enjoying the people in the store and chatting with everybody that was there. I got a couple of things signed by Sean also. I got the Chip Zdarsky thing. And Sean, the owner of Fat Moose Comics, was giving these to us. And I also had Sean sign the last two issues of The Pedestrian.
that character. The Don't Wall character is fantastic.
And issue number 4.
Yeah.
And I also did something for you, our loyal subscribers. I got an extra 3 signed, so we're going to do this as a giveaway. So comment on this video, and we will pick in about 2 or 3 weeks on another video. We will pick the winner of this autographed Sean Von Gorman Pedestrian number 3. It's a great cover. It's a great series. So again, all you have to do is you have to be a subscriber and you have to comment. So,
and if you're in Parsippany, New Jersey, for any reason, not Parsippany,
Whippany.
If you're in Whippany, New Jersey, for any reason, and you happen upon 53A Parsippany Road, stop in at Fat Moose.
It's the oldest comic shop in New Jersey.
Say hi to them there.
You have
to stop there. Worth it.
I think so. Definitely.
Friendly people, nice. The environment is great. The atmosphere is fantastic.
Yeah.
Definitely recommend going there. So that a short haul video. This was more of an exploration than a haul. We went and explored a new comic shop who we will definitely be back to see again.
Sure.
And Cassidy also has some other things. Some people have sent stuff. Some of our loyal subscribers have sent some stuff to Cassidy recently, and she just wanted to thank them in a video.
Yes. So this Marvel calendar, old Marvel calendar, is from Anton. Dropped it off at Jim Hanley's.
Very nice.
So it's old, but as I've said on this channel, I have been planning to make art with comics, which I have started to make earrings. So that was really nice because I will be cutting out, these are very nice graphics. And it's old, so it doesn't feel wasteful.
Yeah, so recycling in a sense. Repurposing.
Yes, repurposing. And then Mike sent me some Star Wars comics.
Nice.
That I need to catalog. But so first we have Star Wars Empire's End.
That's like
it's Dark Horse.
Trade paperback, right?
Yeah. It is a trade paperback. Then I actually haven't seen this series before. It's Marvel, so it's definitely a newer one. But it's Star Wars, Darth Vader, black, white, and red. And I mean, the art on these covers.
Yeah, it's really
Marvel
cool.
has done a couple of black, white, and reds where they only used they did an Aliens. They only used the colors black, white, and red inside the.
Yeah,
comic.
so this is
cool.
number 1. Then we have number 3. Yeah, I really
think
like
about
the
that. Black,
covers.
white, and red. Black, Darth Vader, the red of the lightsaber, and that's it.
Then number 3 again, but a variant edition.
Nice.
And then number 4.
Cool.
So I guess I'll definitely need number 2.
There you go.
Yep.
If anyone has number 2 they want to send to us, please email
my
us
way.
at collectorsconfessions@gmail.com.
Now we're just asking for free stuff.
And if you just want to send us at Fantastic Four number 1, I would greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, sure. And then lastly, we have Star Wars Marvel number 30. It is a variant cover. I love this variant
from
cover
Mile High
because Ahsoka is one of my favorite characters, so I really do enjoy this cover. So thank you so much for sending these, Mike.
Thank you, Mike. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you for everyone who watches our videos. If you have a friend that might like us, share with us. If this is the first time watching one of our videos, please subscribe, like, comment. If you comment, you might win the signed pedestrian book. Listen, we give stuff away all the time here. Check back some of our other videos. Thanks for watching. How are we going to do this?
Do we all say it at once?
Love what you collect.
Collect what you love.
We'll see you next time.